Morning, Saturday morning. You're about to see the live reveal. I haven't opened the garage door this morning, so prepare for disappointment or not if the Allegro is still level. Ooh, it's still level. That sounded really gay. I apologise. Okay, so you can see, unfortunately, there's a little drip on the tray there, and I don't know if you can tell there, but the union itself is wet. So we don't look like we've been successful, unfortunately, although it's not instantly dripped and leaked, if you like. It's certainly seeping. So it looks like I'm going to have to get a new pipe. Here we go then. So I've basically got the Allegro up on the ramps. You can clearly see through the green tinge that is definitely the fluid. I'm going to attempt just to see if I can nip the compression joint up a fraction more. You never know, it's a last ditch attempt really. If I can't, then yeah, it's game over till I can get a pipe really. We'll see what happens. Okay, so while we're under the car, I've got it on the ramps. I just thought I'd show you a bit close up. You can see sort of, it couldn't have been in any more of an awkward place really, but these clips that I was showing you, they're also all along the car. If you look at this one here, you can see how pitted and rusty it is. Again, it's chances are really it all needs doing front to back, or at least splicing in somewhere a bit easier. You can see it's wet there, look, and tracking down. It looks like it's the bottom one that is at fault. Like I say, I'm gonna attempt to nip it up, but yeah, it is what it is. Right, I've gone a little bit of a turn on this one, tighter. I don't want to go too much, but I have gone a little bit of a turn on it. I'll just have to see how it goes through the rest of the day. Right, so basically ignore the wetness. I've just sprayed everything with WD-40 just to get any residues of the fluid off, just so that when this evaporates off I can see what we're up against. But if you look at the state of the pipes now, you know it could do with changing really, I think, to be honest. And I don't know how far the other side is off needing doing. I'll just flip the camera. In fact, if you look at the other side under that clip, I haven't actually touched this, and it looks like there's a drip there to me. Let's try and there. Yeah, that's wet. That is exactly the same. That's fluid, 100%. Yeah, I'm calling this game over. I think we need 2 new pipes front to rear, unfortunately. Okay, so I've dried everything off. I mean, it's a pointless venture really, because, you know, looking at the state of them now, it's only putting a band-aid over something. But I've tightened that up a fraction, as I said. I'll see if it seeps over the course of today. And like I say, I've showed you the other side where the clip is. And part of me wants to, you know, like when you've got a scab, pick it and have a look underneath, but also part of me still thinks best left alone. It is really a minor little drip, but chances are the devil will get the better of me. Right, so like I say, this is what the other side looked like yesterday when Ian found the little leak. You can see here If I bend this tab back, this could go on my face if it suddenly goes like it did yesterday. If I bend that tab back and remove the little bit of rubber, shit all busting. So we've bent the tab back. I can't resist having a look. You can see the little bit of a weepage on the tab and the pipe. Now bear in mind the pressure that's behind that. It's hardly surprising that they go. You'd have to wonder if the choice of clipping was the wisest plan, you know, but like I say, they weren't designed to actually last this long. If you look at everywhere that isn't clipped, such as up there, the pipe's like new. So yeah, I'm trying desperately to sort of see if I could get this off, but the rubber is trapped behind it, and if I move that with a screwdriver or something, I'm going to fracture the pipe. So I don't know. I'll put you on a tripod so I can sort of not hold the camera but try and have a look at this, because if I push the floor pan up, it should release the rubber a bit, but be prepared that this may squirt me. Like I say, it's an itch you can't stop scratching, isn't it, once you find a little scabby part. There you go. That's not what we wanted, but that's what happened yesterday. Not a fun day out. Trying to catch the fluid, obviously. So this side's going to drop now, but we're on the ramps. Yeah, not a lot I can do. Right then, so some of you may be wondering, why did you scratch that itch and make that leak? I'm of the school that I'd rather know what a problem is and fix it. We tried patching the other side last night and it might work. I've still nipped it up, it might work. And it's possible that the driver's side may benefit from just putting a compression joint on. It's certainly something I might try. What's it going to cost? You know, a couple of quid. But I've just crawled under the car. I've put it on axle stands now, and really the whole state of the pipes, it's just a problem waiting to manifest itself somewhere else, in my opinion. Yeah, so I think I can now see, by the way, if you ever watch video 1 of the series, you'll see my earliest memories were fixing the car with my granddad, and not this one, obviously his original Allegro, and going underneath it every year and painting everything underneath with the old engine oil. And I bet you 100 quid if his car was still on the road, the pipes wouldn't be rusty. So yeah, patching it might work. I think if the passenger side holds, then maybe I'll have a go at the driver's side. But realistically, you're just postponing the inevitable, really, aren't you? So, yeah, lovely. Right, so the car's up on axle stands now. Really, just so if I get to changing the pipes, you know, while it was still in here, it might as well stay in here and dry. Obviously it's now bereft of fluid on the driver's side, so the rear wheels are just hanging. I've obviously got the passenger side still under pressure because they're not interlinked side to side, only front to rear. So I'll keep monitoring that other side, you know, while I think about what to do. I've just contacted Ian. He's saying it's always worth trying another compression joint on this pipe, and he's probably right. It won't hurt anything, you know, a couple of quid. What's it going to do? But yeah, looking at the state of the pipe under there, I don't know if you can see like me, and obviously being wet makes it look worse, but it's obviously porous everywhere, and I'm sure if I go down the rest of the pipe, it's putting a band-aid over something. So for the minute, I'm just going to try and get this rubber thing out because it's got to come out anyway, so I'm trying to do it one-handed. and vaguely run away in case there's any more. Right, so that's out now and the tab's bent back. There's enough give in the floor to get a joint on. What Ian had to do yesterday was disconnect the displacer just to give him some room and then connect it back up. But I mean, it feels so pitted and porous. I can't see the point, to be honest. I'd rather do the job once and do it properly than keep worrying every day that it's going to go down when I come into the garage, you know. These things come to trials. I'm not as despondent today because I know it sounds crazy, but when I've found out what something is, you can act on it. Chasing problems always gets on my tits. And I still haven't looked at the Maestro yet this morning, so fun times ahead, hopefully. Haha. Just thought I'd show you inside the pump. See all that sediment and stuff. I've drained the fluid out, which was brown and rusty. The new stuff's obviously green when it goes in, but any sort of settling sediment when you've drained the system completely of pressure shows how much water gets drawn in through a porous pipe, I guess, and there is just rust sediment in there. So another plus for changing the pipes, I feel. Okay, so right, so we'll just wrap this up now. The side that was leaking that's been fixed, it's already damp. It's only been dried off for half an hour, and you perhaps can't see, but I can see it's seeping from the top. I'm not going to go any tighter with it. There's no point. I'm calling that. Although it's one of them, it probably could drip forever and you could pump it up once a month and who cares. Maybe I would have if the other side hadn't just gone, but wow. Let's do it properly, hey? So, looks like it's game over for Agatha for a while, till I can investigate best course of action. I've left this side under pressure with the tray under it, just for my own curiosity really. And the other side is now obviously empty of fluid and dry. So any little residue that should drip, won't hurt anything on the floor, but you can see it's already dry. There's no pressure in there at all. So there you go. Okay, it's been out here most of the day now. You can see the union is still wet, but there is no fluid in the tray that I've put underneath. So this is going to just sit there until it suddenly goes as it was doing before, I think. I'm going to leave it pressurised anyway. It's going to be a good few weeks and stuff till I can do something with this car, I think. I shall explain more in a later video, I'm sure. Right, so I'm going to button this Agatha episode up now with that news. As I say, it's up on axle stands and on ramps. One side under pressure, but for how long, who knows. The other side empty. So, unfortunately, no car show for Agatha tomorrow. Damn shame, but we'll get there. So, now it's off to the Maestro to see what happens, but that will become another video now. I'm not going to join them two together. This was supposed to be a 2-minute update, and it's turned into probably a 10-minute farce. I'll catch you another time with Agatha, and I'll catch you in a minute with Miranda.